see if this car will start up. So there's my car. Can you hear that? So if you heard that, that's my car. I'm Tom Leshesky. I live in Hampton, New Hampshire, and this is a Subaru 2000 Outback that I bought at Exeter Subaru. And what happened was coming back from the airport, and my oil gauge came on after a week after getting an oil change. And so I just figured it was a fluke, and I was a few miles from home, it was late at night, so I just drove home. The next morning I called Exeter Subaru. They said, well, why don't you drive it over here? I'm like, really? It doesn't sound good. So I tried to drive it over there. The engine started to make noise, not this bad. And so then I called AAA, and I had it towed over to Exeter Subaru. They didn't call me back for like about a day. Finally, they got a hold of me. Finally, they called me back, and they said, I said, is everything okay? And they said, yeah, we put new oil in it. It should be fine. Came and picked it up. They drove it away. It seemed to be driving okay, but I didn't push it. So the next morning, I pushed it's a manual transmission, so I pushed it a little bit. And sure enough, the engine just sort of started to sound like this. Totally blew up. And so I called them, and I couldn't get a hold of anyone. General manager wasn't around. So they asked me some questions. They said, well, what happened here? How did this, we can't figure out what happened here. And I said, well, I was coming back to the airport, oil thing came out, and they said, don't take offense to any of this, but do you have any enemies? Which is sort of strange to ask a customer. Do you have any enemies? Like an enemy could pull this plug out of the car. So anyway, so I got a hold of an attorney. Attorney called him. Attorney said, they told the attorney, General Manager Darren, I think his name was, at Exeter Subaru, told my attorney that I should get a hold of my insurance company. So I got a hold of my insurance company, and Darren said if I got a hold of my insurance company, that the insurance company would work with their insurance company. So they never really said that they did anything wrong, but they sort of implied that their insurance company might cover this damage. So anyway, I did that, and I couldn't believe it. The insurance company actually said they would cover it. Even though there was no malicious damage. Actually, the guy, Daryl, who did the inspection, said that he found no sign that there was any vandalism done, and that he felt the people at Exeter Subaru probably did this. So anyway, that being said, the insurance company was going to cover it, so I got a replacement engine. I'm having someone else do it. The interesting thing is that Exeter Subaru thought they were going to do the work because I had the car towed over there. So they thought the car that they damaged, they were going to do the work to fix at their place, charging me $125 an hour for labor, which seems pretty exorbitant. So they wanted to charge me extra labels to make money off of a car that they fundamentally damaged. So that was an interesting fact. So I'd have to say I went on the internet, I looked at a lot of things. A lot of people have had this done to them by different companies, and the theme is that they're not gonna do anything for you. So you need a good insurance company, you need a good attorney, you need AAA, and you need someone that's going to fix it for you other than the garage that you took it to. So don't expect to get any money back. Expect a strategy of deny, deny, deny if anyone ever does this to you. But I guess the bottom line is be careful where you take your car for an oil. So be aware that this can happen, and you're probably not going to get your money back because the person that did it is just going to say, no, we didn't do this, and it's hard to really prove whether they did it or not.